Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Persephone would like to introduce you to Mark William, but before she does, I suggest you get yourself a very large bowl of snacks, find yourself a comfy chair, because Mark William loves repetition. Not a lot happens in this video, but everything happens many times, as you'll see. "Hello, my dear," he said. "How are you doing today?" "Good morning. I gone to bed when you sent that last night." "Morning. How you doing today? You look so beautiful. Please, where are you from?" "Good morning. I live on Orkney off the north coast of Scotland. Where are you?" "Wow! That's good, my dear. I'm from Los Angeles, California. Nice meeting you." "I've been on Orkney for almost 18 months. Not sure how long I'll stay here. I'll probably move back to Leeds in a year or two." "Have you married with kids?" "I'm divorced with 2 adult daughters. One lives in Leeds and one in Brighton." "Wow! That's good, my dear. I'm widow, but I have one beautiful daughter. His name is Tracy." "Is he transgender?" "How old are you? And what's your occupation?" "Is he transgender?" "I work as an orthopaedic surgeon. I've been here for 2 years now, and I have 3 months before my contract expires. I care about the health of US soldiers and life here. I specialise in the treatment of injuries from car accidents, gunshot wounds, stab wounds, and other traumatic injuries with surgery." "Is he transgender?" "So tedious when I have to keep repeating myself." Persephone at that point felt Celia coming on. "Interactive, unimportant items, spend time racing circles around the randomness of meaningless answers, wounded, accidental or traumatic, as we wander aimlessly through the paths of life's woodland byways. Can I have your email address so we can communicate much better there on Google Chat?" "Is he transgender?" she asked again. "It's obvious you aren't even bothering to read what I'm typing, so I've no intention of answering questions or giving you my email address unless you do start reading what I'm saying. Understand?" "I don't understand what you're saying about my dear." "Well, scroll back and read. Does this give you a clue?" she said, copying the bit where he'd said, "I have one beautiful daughter. His name is Tracy." "Yes, my dear. I understand what you're saying about." "Awesome. So answer the question, please." To which our man replied, "I have one beautiful daughter. His name is Tracy." "Is he transgender?" "Stop repeating yourself like an idiot. I read it the first time. Is he transgender?" "No! It's an error typing. That's why he's type his instead of her." "At last," said Persephone. "Would have been so much easier just to say that the first time I asked." "Oh, Persephone, if only you were psychic." "Yes, sorry for that." "You now have to ask me your next question 6 times before I'll answer it. Can I have your email address so we can communicate much better there on Google Chat?" "I think that's the 2nd time you've asked." "Yes, which you have not sent me your Gmail address." "You now have to ask me your next question 6 times before I'll answer it. Can you count up to 6? "What exactly do you mean? What question are you talking about?" "I had to ask you 6 times before you answered, so you now have to ask me 6 times before I answer. You've asked twice so far." To which our man replied, "What are your hobbies?" So Persephone started copying and pasting his own answers. "Yes, my dear, I understand what you're saying about—" "Honestly, you're making this conversation difficult for both of us," he said. "I already explained to you and apologised for the error typing." "Honestly, you need to ask 6 times like I did. That was making the conversation difficult for both of us." "Okay. Can I have your email address so we can communicate much better there on Google Chat?" "I don't understand what you're saying about, my dear," copied and pasted Persephone. "Can I have your email address so we can communicate much better there on Google Chat?" "How old are you and what's your occupation?" 61. I work as an orthopaedic surgeon, and you know the rest. He's been there for 2 years. "Yeah, you said all that. Stop copying and pasting. You ask me again, and I answer your question." "You really are stupid, aren't you? I copied and pasted your own question, and I think you've asked me 4 times so far. 2 more to go." "Why the insult?" "Because it's true. That's the same question you asked me, completely irrelevantly, instead of answering my question," she said, copying and pasting the bit where she'd said, "Is he transgender?" and he'd answered, "How old are you and what's your occupation?" "And you still have to ask me twice more." "Okay, what are your hobbies?" "You've only asked me that one once before, so you'll have to ask another 4 times." "What are your hobbies?" "Yes, my dear, I understand what you're saying about." "Okay, what are your hobbies?" "Oh, look, it's raining hard." "So, can you give me your email address so we can communicate on Google Chat?" Do you think London Bridge will fall down? I don't think so, he said. That's good. Yes, I still need your Gmail address so we can communicate better on Google Chat later. Awesome, that's 6 times. You win tonight's star prize, she said, giving him her email address. And so, of course, they moved to chat. And, ladies and gentlemen, if you aren't sitting comfortably with a bowl of snacks and a mug of cocoa, I suggest you pause the video and go and stock up. Hello, my dear. How are you doing today? He said on chat. What? Said Persephone. You said you wanted to communicate better, because this was about 2 minutes later. Yes, I do. Awesome, then at least try to do it. Okay, I will. Awesome again. So, what are your hobbies, he asked. Underwater yoga, chairlifting and international stitch counting. What are yours? Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Don't say you haven't been warned. I like reading, movies, music, campaign, hockey, fishing, travelling, ridding and going to the beach. What's campaign and what are you getting rid of? In reply to her asking what's campaign, he Googled the meaning of the word campaign. Try to achieve something, he said, such as the election of someone to a political office. That's your hobby, trying to get someone elected. Who are you trying to get elected? It can be me as well, he said. You're trying to get yourself elected. I just explained what it means to you. You said it's one of your hobbies. Who are you trying to get elected and what to? And in reply to her saying, what are you getting rid of? He replied, horse. Why are you getting rid of a horse? Who are you trying to get elected and what to? Please, 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 please don't go back to making me ask you 6 times. It's so tedious and so boring. Oh, Persephone, 6 times was easy. I'm really confused with all this, your question, one question to another. You said campaign is one of your hobbies. When I asked what it was, assuming it was a game or something similar, you said it was electing someone to political office. So your hobby is electing someone to political office. Who are you electing? You also said ridding was one of your hobbies. When I asked what you're getting rid of, you said horse. So I asked why you want to get rid of a horse. And I really don't want to have to keep asking. So he sent her a photograph of a man standing in front of a building, adding underneath, hello, my dear, please send me a picture of you. My picture's on Facebook, and if you refuse to answer my questions, I don't want to talk to you again. You're just too rude, and I don't like that, he said. You expect me to answer your questions, so I don't see why it's rude to expect you to answer mine, unless, of course, you have no idea what you're talking about, and so can't answer them. I already answered your question. No, you didn't. I did. Who are you electing? Where did you answer that? Why do you want to get rid of a horse? Where did you answer that? I'm not electing anyone, but I also like campaign as my hobbies. So your hobby is electing people, but you aren't electing anyone. Don't talk such utter bollocks. Things you like doing is a hobby, he said. I know what hobby is, you moron. You said that campaign is your hobby. You're the moron, he said. You told me that campaign equals the election of someone to a political office, so why can't you tell me who you're electing? Possibly because you have no idea what you're talking about. Do I have to tell you who I'm electing? He tried. Yes, and this is your last chance to give me a mature, sensible answer, so think carefully before answering. I already to you what campaign is, yet you keep questioning me. I know what a campaign is, you idiot. You told me campaign equals the election of someone to a political office. So who are you electing? Who are you electing? Final chance to give a sensible answer. Who are you electing? Think very, very carefully before answering. A, mature, sensible or adult answer, or B, childish, idiotic answer. Choice is yours, so choose wisely. Who are you electing? I am electing Dr. Charles Williams to be the commander of the Medical Corps unit. Blimey, said Persephone, why on earth did it take you so long to explain? Now, please explain why you're getting rid of an horse. And please, 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 please don't make me ask you another dozen times. Oh, my God. And I'll make you ask your next question 8 times before I answer, adding 1 more time for each time you refuse to answer that question. And if you don't want to talk about your hobbies, yes, your hobbies, you shouldn't have told me that they were your hobbies. I really don't understand. Is ridding not a hobby? I have no idea. Please tell me why you want to get rid of a horse. And as I've had to ask you again, you now have to ask me your next question 9 times. I've heard of people ridding a house of fleas or mosquitoes, but I've never heard anyone describe it as a hobby. Really? Said our man, Yes, really. And if I have to ask you again, you'll have to ask me your next question 10 times. I know. Why don't you Google the meaning of ridding? That should be fun. A man Googled something, I have no idea what, and came back and said, lease your horse to another horse enthusiast. That's your hobby, leasing your horse to other people. Very funny, he said. Why is it funny? You said that's your hobby, or were you lying and it isn't your hobby? It is my hobby. How many horses do you have to lease, and why is it funny? Because you said leasing my horse to other people. Why is that funny? You just told me that's your hobby. It's fine. I don't have the strength to argue with you. Please, let's have a good conversation. So can you send me a photo of you? I've been trying to have a good conversation, but I have to ask you everything multiple times while you give me idiotic, ridiculous answers. And remember, you have to ask your next question 9 times before I answer. Yes, 9 times. It's fine, he said. Well, I give you idiotic, ridiculous answers. So, can you send me a photo of you? I really don't understand. Copied and pasted Persephone. So can you send me a photo of you? Oh my God, she said. So, can you send me a photo of you? I already answered your question. So, can you send me a photo of you? See, our man's doing well. Things you like doing is an hobby. So can you send me a photo of you? You're just too rude and I don't like that. So, can you send me a photo of you? I'm really confused with all your question. So, can you send me a photo of you? One question to another. So, can you send me a photo of you? Said our man, finally reaching 9. No, said Persephone, my picture's on Facebook, don't be lazy, go and look there. So, can you send me a photo of you? He said. So, Persephone repeated herself. Despite your picture is on Facebook, he said, you can as well send me one on here. Despite I can send it on here, you could go and look, she said. If you really are too lazy to tap on the Facebook icon, you can go away and annoy someone else. Yes, I'll have a look, but I'd love you send me one here. If you don't like the one on Facebook, then goodbye. How am I annoying you now, he said. Is it a crime for you to send me your photo? By being too bloody lazy to tap on the Facebook icon. Just tap on the Facebook icon and stop being a lazy bugger. I'm not lazy. I see no reason why you can't send me your picture. You can copy it from Facebook and paste it in here. And yes, you are being lazy, and I'm not saying that again. Send me a photo of you, he said. Stop being a rude, demanding bully. Go away and annoy someone else. Is this how you want us to have a good conversation? Said our man. Goodbye, said Persephone, adding underneath, you think being a rude, demanding bully is a good conversation? You're the one annoying yourself, he said. I did not annoy you. I requested for your picture, which I see no reason why you can't send it to me. And I see no reason at all, why you can't tap on the Facebook icon. You can paste it in here if you want to. And I'm not saying that again. Choice is yours. Go away or tap on the icon. Choose carefully. Our man went away and looked on Facebook. I have taken a look at your picture on Facebook, but how would I be sure that's you? What on earth are you talking about? You're weird, aren't you? Refuse to answer even the simplest question until you've asked dozens of times. Refuse to tap on an icon, and now asking weird, creepy questions. I've had enough of you. Goodbye. This is really terrible of you, he said. You can't even have peaceful conversation with someone. All you do is transfer your anger towards me. That was 10:30 on Saturday night. He tried contacting her a few times on Facebook. He was back the following morning. Good morning, my dear. How are you doing today? Oh, it's you again. Yes, my dear. What's the problem? Are you really that stupid, thick and ignorant that you don't know? I have to ask you even the simplest of questions, dozens of times. Oh, wait for it, ladies and gentlemen. You give me stupid, idiotic, moronic answers, and then start on some weird rant about my photo, and you can't see a problem. You need help. I'm not a poor man, you think, he said. I have no idea what that means. I understand you. What are you doing right now, my dear? I wish I understood you. Hoping you might type something sensible. What are you doing right now? And I'm definitely not your dear. I'm working right now. Remember that. I've forgotten what you do, or where you are. So a man sent a photograph of a doctor standing in a corridor, adding underneath, please send me a picture of you, my dear. Stop going on about pictures like a creep. I clearly told you my picture's on Facebook, and that photo doesn't tell me what you do or where you are, and I'll not spend today asking you every single simple question dozens of times. How wrong you were, Persephone. Either answer me first time or go away. Can you read well enough to understand that? I understand you, he said. Good, so answer the questions. What do you do and where are you? I want to know more about yourself, he said. That's 2 questions, so it needs 2 answers, and this is your last chance. Last chance to answer, so think very, very, very carefully before you answer. Very, very carefully. OK, I will. You can say, I am Anne, and she put in brackets, fill in the blank, and I am working in, again in brackets, fill in the blank. OK, thanks, he said. And you have a count of 10 to do it. She got down to 0 and said, Goodbye, idiot, feel free to talk to yourself. To which our man replied, Sorry, do you smoke cigarettes, or drink alcohol, or do drugs? Exactly the sort of thing a mature man asks a lady he's just met online. I'm a drug-addled alcoholic chain smoker, she said. Now answer the bloody questions, man. OK. What do you do, and where are you? I have never smoked in my life, neither used drugs, and never pretend to. It's not for me. If I drink alcohol, well, I drink socially. If I go out with some friends and they're drinking something light, it's OK. What do you do, and where are you? I live here, he said. Interdimensional understanding leaves low-lying tree dwellers scratching their heads because of the lack of insect repellent, replied Persephone, who turned into Celia. What do you do, and where are you? I'm working right now. Righteous indignation is the nemesis of underwater sea life. What do you do, and where are you? I'm not working, he said. Lightning only strikes twice, if you happen to be in the same place twice, which obviously is disturbing to outer-galactic visitors on day trips. What do you do, and where are you? I'm not working. Landing on your head when dropped as an infant can cause shortness of brain cells that manifests in later life when chatting online to the woman of your nightmares. What do you do, and where are you? You can't even have peaceful conversation with someone, he said. So Persephone copied and pasted the photo he'd sent her above, of a doctor standing in a corridor, adding underneath, What do you do, and where are you? I'm not working, he said. Outside rainbows appear during the autumn months when the leaves are falling from slumbering trees. Likewise, the ocean and tides wait only upon the phases of the moon to sweep clean the shores alive. What do you do, and where are you? She went back onto Facebook and copied the original bit where he said, I work as an orthopaedic surgeon, because he'd just said, I'm not working. And then added underneath, What do you do, and where are you? Several times. I do that because it annoys them. Each time you do it, it pings their phone. Johns Hopkins Bayview Medical Centre. I'm working right now, he said. If wishes were horses, beggars would ride bareback around the markets in Lagos, stopping only to scam money from unsuspecting victims, she said. And then copied and pasted the bit where he'd said he was working at Johns Hopkins Bayview Medical Centre, adding underneath, So this was a lie, copying the bit where he'd said, I'm not working. No, my dear. So she copied the whole thing. What do you do? She asked several times. I work as an orthopaedic surgeon, and so on. Which is true, and which was a lie, she said, copying a screenshot where he'd said, I'm working right now, and underneath had said, I'm not working. Which is true, and which was a lie, she asked again. I don't understand, said our hapless scammer. Read the screenshot, you idiot. Which is true, and which was a lie? Oh, my God! She pasted the screenshot twice more. Read the screenshot, you idiot. So he sent another photograph of a doctor standing in a room. Read the screenshot, you idiot, she said, copying it again. Understood, he tried. She pasted the screenshot again. Yes, he said. She pasted the screenshot again. Which is true and which was a lie? I'm working right now, or I'm not working. Yes, he said. So she pasted the screenshot again. All you do is transfer your anger towards me. She pasted the screenshot again. OK, he said. So she pasted the screenshot again, to which our man replied, No! Lifestyle changes affect the speed at which butterfly wings beat in the heart of the Andes, causing shockwaves across the oceans of life, she said, pasting the screenshot again. I'm working, he tried. Awesome, said Persephone. OK, thanks, my dear. Hello, my dear. Why have you sent me another chat request, she said, because he had a different email address. I'll say that another 6 times, because I realise you don't believe anything that isn't said lots of times. So she pasted it 6 times more, adding underneath, Hopefully you can read that. To which our man replied, Are you there? So Persephone copied and pasted the question a few more times. Listen to me, my dear, he said. She copied and pasted it all again. I'm having issue with my computer, and I'm trying to sort it out, if you say so. So don't get mad at me for that, okay? If you don't mind, I would like to call you on video call, my dear. Are you there, my dear? Yes, I'm here, and because I have to say everything at least 10 times before you even read it, she copied and pasted, yes, I'm here, several times. It's okay, he said. Yes, I'm here. It's so tedious. I heard you. Okay, that makes a change. What's the meaning of all this? You tell me. Why do I have to repeat myself so many times? I don't actually get it. Oh, you mean you don't get it unless I repeat it multiple times? How boring. Now I understand. Okay, what are you doing right now? Hanging upside down from the curtain rail. What are you doing right now? I'm just chatting with you here. What's the time right now? Look at your watch. Here is 23:17. And you? It's 8:15. Oh, okay. Remind me where you are, and please don't make me ask 20 times. I'm currently in Yemen right now. Okay. How's the weather there? I've no idea. It's dark. I haven't been outside to look. How's it there? Oh, okay. It's hot here. Have you eaten your dinner? Yes, I have. To save you asking, it was chicken with vegetables, and yes, it was yummy. My phone's ringing. That sounds nice. Oh, okay. Can I have a photo of you, my dear? My photo's on Facebook. I'll say that 6 times so you believe I've said it. So she did. At which point, our man disappeared from chat. But by then, our man was also talking to her on Facebook, where she'd copied and pasted the same question. I've texted you on Google Chat, he said. No, you haven't. I'm waiting for you to answer my question. And I'll repeat, I will not ask you another gazillion times. And in case your thick, stupid, moron level, idiotic brain is struggling, here's the question. And she copied the bit where she'd been asking him, why have you sent me another chat request? And I will not ask again, and I will not talk to you again until you answer. Got that? And as I know you won't answer, I'll save time. I'll say goodbye, idiot. Our man, of course, then answered, I'm so sorry, my dear. I'm so sorry, my dear. Please text me on Google Chat. So she copied and pasted the question several more times. I'm so sorry, my dear. Please text me on Google Chat. She copied the question several more times. I've texted you on Google Chat, he said. And finally, over on Google Chat, he had indeed answered her. At that point, he disappeared from Google Chat, reappearing the following day on Facebook. Hello, my dear, how are you doing today? As though she copied the bit where she'd said, my photo's on Facebook, and because we know I have to say everything at least 6 times, she pasted it 6 more times. Please send me your email address, he said. Why? She said, okay, I guess as usual I'll have to ask 6 times. So she did, to which our man replied, okay, my dear. What kind of answer is that? She said 6 times. Can I have your email address so that we can communicate much better there on Google Chat? Presumably by now, he'd either fallen out with another member of the team, or another member of the team had taken over. Clearly you failed to communicate better on chat, she said 6 times. Okay, please send me your Gmail address. Why? She said 6 times. Okay. Are you a complete idiot? Asked Persephone. Rather irrelevant question, I would have thought. Okay, my dear, I understand you, but please, can you get me $200 so that I can have access to my documents immediately? I'll take that to mean yes, I am a complete idiot. Okay, my dear, I'm glad you agree you're a complete idiot. Now go away and annoy someone else. Goodbye. Hello, how you doing today, he said a month later. Failed to scam anyone else, so you thought you'd be a total idiot and try talking to me again? Hello, honey. I'll take that to mean yes. Oh, okay. I wish you continued failure as a scammer. Goodbye. Can you try to do me a little favour? Because of my subscription limits devices. We've already agreed you're a total failure as a scammer. I think even your very limited brain can work that out. Okay, my dear, I understand. But please, can you get me €200 so that I can have access to my documents immediately? It seems your limited brain is too dense to understand even that simple concept. Go back to school and grow up, idiot. Goodbye. Good morning, he said a couple of weeks later. My dear, how are you doing today? Hello, my dear. But by then, Persephone got fed up with him, and so she blocked him. I hope you haven't put on too much weight eating all those snacks. If you haven't, you know what to do. Please like this video. Please share it. Please comment down below. Please subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you again. hopefully in a more interesting video.